well, we have a new HUD. We'll talk about some of those details as this one kicks off. We are a Mirage, T-side start for Virtus.pro. He's going to be a B play out the gates, lining up the util. There's 3 players stacked towards B from paiN, Alex. This looks like a great little hold.
Good to see Flamus. Really caught my attention, especially on Mirage. End of last year, testing Katowice and Snow. Couple of taps do connect, and actually it's a headshot onto Flit. The first to fall, Flamus pulls us back even into the site. It's Flamus again. Destructive work on the Glock, and retake already not looking good. A smoke just now arriving. Double smokes on the market players. There's nowhere to go. The round is done, and a nice explosive start to the T-pistol.
Yeah, quite simple, and it was into a stack of paiN, so they had more than enough bodies to deal with that, but Flamus, fantastic on the entries, and that's something that we'll have to keep our eyes on. Adding this aggressive piece, one of the questions was, oh, is he going to get added to James' school of thought, where we take these really skilled, aggressive players and they're new to them? Well, under Electronic, that's where he was born, in the smokes, in Na'Vi, next to that of Simple, referred to as the sidekick, and Electronic really needs to make this one land. He has very skilled players, faiN, Flit, and Flamus. There's too many Fs. Fs in chat for me right now as bomb will go off. And first round converted. Virtus.pro, throughout Blast Bounty, only played the online portion. They won against Complexity and they lost against Vitality, and Mirage was one of the maps that we hadn't seen them play yet. So CT side, we're taking a look to see where they put Flamus. So far it's been a mixed bag in terms of him playing maybe some more passive positions like Ivy on Train, but then on Dust2, for example, he gets to be the A rotating rifler, and he's got a bit of chirp about him. Him and Snow might be a bit of a yelling match back and forth between the Brazilians and the Russians.
It's good to have a talisman on your team. Oops, that's a fumble from NQZ. Was trying to get early ladder.
Important round, paiN forcing, so if they can tussle back control, they can still put themselves in a strong position within the first stages of the first half. So that Flamus for NQZ, a couple of MP9s, Deagle and a 5.7. Now, we are playing on the old patch. We are not playing on the new changes as far as the Flamus buff, price-wise and accuracy-wise, and then the MP9 nerf. That will be coming later in the tournament, I do believe. But a slow start from VP, who have been able to, well, now garner this mid-control. Connector smoke lands, window the same. Flamus up through underpass, Electronic Icy on Cat. Flit and faiN on the extremities.
Yeah, it's just a question of if Flit goes down to this potential push, and he has. Lovely find from Snow. That was a lot of utility as well. He had a full belt. Empty-handed is Flit. Opening kill found. paiN looking to wrestle for the second round, and it's looking great with Katowice's connection. Still Davideus alone on site. If he goes down early, it could just be the round. The rotation is on its way, but Flamus has cleared it out. Sight down. Bomb to be planted. Icy still hesitant. The rotation has arrived. It's 3 versus 3. Flamus low. Take util down, and headshot found. biguzera catches Icy. That's problematic. biguzera after just the one, and now faiN coming up 1v2. First is easy, second not so much. It's going to be Snow walking in. Dead set, crosshairs, bang on! Lovely start for paiN game in a second round force buy to start off proceedings.
Yeah, opened and closed by Snow there. That initial kill on Flit over towards the apartment's position, then picking up the rifle and closing down the 1v1. Important stuff, but bomb plan to question now thrown over to VP if they want to try and force buy back. There's that opener.
I'm telling you, sometimes I prefer seeing it from the death POV to appreciate just how little they had to work with against them. I mean, that's just rapid.
And that's the type of counter angle we love to see. Is getting fired up early paiN. And of course, VP will be forcing back. 3 Tech-9s, 2 Galils. Enough util to work with for what appears to be a direct A execute. Snow the A anchor, NQZ will be the window player, but with the rifle in hand starting connected, Davideus NQZ to be the support for Snow. Gonna have to keep your eyes on the supportive availability of flashes. There's only 1 on NQZ's table, and here they come.
What can Snow do? Can he pass the test with another opening kill? Molly on triple puts pressure on, forced to extinguish, down to 60 points of health, and it is going to be a nice find from Flamus. Galil connects, removes Snow. Lots of space taken around these smokes. A up and over attempt from Davideus falls flat. Still finds faiN just before Electronic. And that Tech-9 connect, pushing the smoke is Katowice, denies the plant. Man advantage here for VP. Oh, and it gets worse now. Spamming smokes is working wonderfully. biguzera Gets another flip, getting boosted up here. There's no way NQZ's anticipating this. What was that? A walk clear from Flit. Asleep at the wheel. Clutch is available for Icy. Rifle, bomb. It is attainable. biguzera's holding this, or he was, just on the gap. Spotted out now. Mind game begins. Walks back, knife out, cuts noise. biguzera considering that potential slip towards B.
Yeah, time is the favorable factor for Icy right now. Doesn't have to make the move. Knows that biguzera needs to investigate the chance and is. That allows the bomb to go down. 40 seconds now thrust onto the clock, and biguzera coming through CT with the kit.
Neither of them have reloaded, so gonna have to find that early precision. biguzera still not announcing his presence. Time continues to tick. Will he consider this positioning? I like it from Icy. biguzera up and over on default. Back and he spots him! biguzera clutches up! paiN game and down to the wire in that one. Fair play, VP. They did manage to get in. They get that bomb down. biguzera just proves too much of an obstacle.
Yeah, it feels like Icy should have had the better of him there in that scenario, right? Pipped him at the post. This was the opener from flammes. They're able to get on towards A. The boost up caught by NQZ. Icy gets the bomb down, makes it a 1v1, and just in transition there, biguzera dropping off the box. Hard for Icy to track, and you can catch it from his perspective. So biguzera seeing him first in motion. And now it will be VP onto the eco. Electronic with a light investment of util. We are talking smoke and 2 flashes, a smoke for flammes as well, and a couple of upgraded pistols as P250s are plenty. Icy trying to save the cash to get the AWP into the mix. The Kazakhstani will be looking to lay down the paiN, but it's key in these first couple of rounds. Pistol, yeah, VP, they enter the site, they trade efficiently. Pretty damn easy. After that, we've had 1v1s as the necessary conversion components for paiN. And the factor that I want to address there is the finances have not been able to accrue. So right now, you need to keep this round with as many bodies alive as you can. Katowice to be tested over towards B.
Remains composed, but there is a little bit of a slip of the net. They are advancing, does well still for a second. Oh, and a third. He had 3 bullets left and does deliver that triple kill. So not a single casualty. Katowice, he weathers the storm. A little stressful perhaps, but he gets through it. A clean conversion for paiN's third on Mirage.
Now, I want to take a look at the position distribution of paiN right now. Obviously, they just had Blast Bounty, and that was their first officials with Davideus in the roster since the removal of Lux, the Chilean down the end of the table right there, sitting next to youngster Snow. biguzera, even in an interview with HLTV, was saying that, you know, look, someone has to do the B anchor job, and that's what he had taken. But right now, the positions have been a bit different. Katowice is traditionally the A anchor. He's now playing over towards B. Davideus over towards middle, biguzera too. So they may have moved Snow into A anchor position.
I mean, that makes a lot of sense considering Snow's mechanical ability. That's something you put someone with the strong mechanics on. No, just not to discredit Katowice. The anchor job, of course, notorious.
Yeah, it is the more like anchor job, yes, right? Because it can be, you know, a lot of jumping. Everyone who's played it in matchmaking at home knows unless they're rushing you with a million flashes, you tend to not get too much traction. It's more mid and towards A. And then A site becomes more of an A map. You know, I feel like the type of duels that Snow can be taking across that, and he can also help contribute towards middle, you see with Apex and Flamesy. And then it puts biguzera back in a position as the in-game leader where he can give the information to his team to control the rotations.
And calculated aggressions. You know, prime example, round 2, Snow winning that Angel, Galil falling out of Flit's hands. Already seeing evidence of Snow in that new position. flammes, though, in combination with Electronic, have opened up Con. Mid collapses. Davideus responds. Oh, and Katowice has done an awful lot of work there. Nearly found a finish. He falls to Davideus in the end. So good trades out of Davideus. He's kept us leveled here, Chad. 38. They're advancing through this con smoke. Fades now. NQZ going to bait and then hope to catch a timing. Overlooked by Icy. Safe from the flames. Icy's not looking. Icy down. flammes next. Can't finish. He was low already. Finally, Davideus again in the feed upon the death of a teammate. That's 3 back-to-back frags he's found. Important trades.
And out of the last 4 rounds of play, we've had 3 1v1s. right? Now, obviously down to the wire with that one because of how the trades came through. But something that I would want to see from Virtus.pro right now is maybe taking a timeout and hashing over what I just discussed. Hey guys, what we did in our prep work, their CT setup is a little bit different. If we're playing nameplate Counter-Strike, it's going to catch us off guard. If we think we killed the A anchor, but he was on B, right, you need to keep that in mind. If you're making your decisions based off of where the names are, that's going to be causing you a few problems because of what paiN have appeared to have changed since their matches just a week ago.
I hadn't even considered that, but yeah, of course, nameplate Counter-Strike is very hard at the start of a season. No, never mind role swaps, but also roster changes. You just don't know.
Yeah, it's quite clear. biguzera back to connector. Davideus playing short. Katowice, B anchor. Snow over towards A, and NQZ gets to float as the AWP. So I'm sure Nero will be updating his spreadsheet feverishly. Respect
to Nero's spreadsheet.
Oh, miss Molly there. So trying to get us out towards the island box top middle. Flammer's in through the underpass, the two of them in combination. Icy to set them up as Snow looks for some information.
He's actually retreated. Icy's heading back to try and bring that bomb towards the A site, or perhaps just throw some util.
Top con smoke. Does biguzera play in front of it, or does he concede? Actually blocks it, so we'll see how much of a gap is presented here. Not at all. That one land right on his noggin. So to finish the round, we're talking a smoke, couple of Molotovs and a HE. This is going to be tough for VP. A split.
Big test for Snow on this one. He's got NQZ in support, and NQZ's missed his chance there. Snow unable to convert, falling apart, falling through their fingers, looking good for VP. What a shot. Long range one tap to the dome, NQZ down.
I'd have to be a save if they can.
If. It's going to be a key word here. Flammus is already having a little bit of an active search. Audible drop there from Davideus, but I presume VP will just be happy to take their second round here on the T side, and big thumbs up for Flammus and Icy with impact.
Yeah, I sound like a broken record at the moment, but returning into the way that paiN have won a lot of these rounds is only having one player stay alive. Sure, that eco round against the P250s, it was clean, but this time just going to be two looking for the save, and you can all reflect on the left-hand side of your screen and see how the finances are looking. But while Flammus is on the hunt, we'll see how close he gets. Flammus, I wanted to talk about the HUD. So if you could have just waited a little bit, that would have been great. But maybe he's ripping a couple of rifles away.
Ooh. Oh, this is not the perfect setup.
No, not at all.
Bottom's exposed. Davideus down, double. Flammus delivers. Well, that's not gone with the plan.
Worst case scenario. Yes. Because NQZ would have been able to buy himself. Davideus would have been able to drop one. Katowice would have been able to drop something.
What do you do now instead? I mean, you got a 1400 on Snow
Exactly,
anyway.
You have to force. So right now, NQZ could bring out Glass Cannon AWP, but the biggest concern was the speed wobbles he had on the AWP. The first one coming through the connector smoke, okay, maybe. But the second one, just getting caught off, that looks a little bit squeamish if you're a paiN fan right here, right now. And that is going to force, surprisingly, a tactical timeout from Virtus.pro. Passionage, the coach, able to chip in and maybe, just maybe, to help them reflect on where the finances could be at. You know that they have to be quite light, but this is CS2. The buys are plenty. It is the glass cannon on NQZ. Davideus able to buy into the silenced M4. And then it's going to be MP9s and a 5.7 for Snow. Looks like we are going to have to bide our time before we can talk about some of the details on the HUD, but don't worry. We'll have plenty of time for that. 4 best of 3s today on either stream.
It's a lot of counter. I mean, it's crazy, isn't it? This stage of the tournament, you're going to have, what, 16 teams cut down to 8, liggity split.
They're just feigned mid-presence as if it's default round, and they're setting up for a fast execute towards A. Snow only with the 5.7. He has to give up the site. He has to play retake.
Look how many nades are in the sky. Just look at that. A flood of utility. Still, Davideus finds a way. Perfect angle on the bench and leaves with 2. Fame is gone. Flammer's down. It's fallen apart already for VP. The 1 M4, the singular rifle, and he's put it to great use. Round's not done. Electronic makes that clear. Site taken. Smoke starts to fade. biguzera, not the perfect weapon. Flames at his feet, and Electronic puts him in the dirt. Equalizes us back to the 3-on-3. NQZ, that glass cannon, it's not going to be interested in a retake. He's going to kind of look at Davideus and Katowice for an early contribution. And that was a chance. I mean, now, bursting with that MP9 is not going to connect onto Icy. Swaps out for the rifle for a healthier player, but only for a moment. Icy plucks him out. Surely this is going to be a save for NQZ. VP make it a 1-round game.
Considering how that started, it's a miserable way for that round to end. NQZ finding no impact on the AWP and will be looking to retain it for the next round of play. This time should be able to hold on to it.
Now, it's early doors, Chad, but so far, every single one of Davideus' frags have been like impact frags. That felt like that. It would have been more of an impact frag had they converted the two-man advantage, but AXEG, all those nades, he still finds 2. Unable to convert, though, with the boys. And, of course, that other round with a triple kill with 3 trades boiling down to that 1v1 conversion.
Well, so, yeah, one of the factors that biguzera in the interview was talking about was Davideus brings experience, but also can be a bit more of one of those impactful players. And that's why biguzera, at least previously, was giving up some positions for Davideus to take because he can, hopefully find the same impact. Because biguzera is a fragging in-game leader, right? We've been talking about him for the last, 2 years now and the level of impact that he can find. And it's great to see his development throughout this paiN roster over many, many years now. But that round right there is one that's had the water spill over, right? Now the ability for Virtus.pro to tie things up 4-4, well, it's more than likely. It's just this NQZ AWP, and he's not starting in a position where he's searching out for kills. He's just on top of Ticket. So that smoke will completely obscure the vision. So he now just kind of has to gamble, right? They didn't set him up for an early fire, an early pick. And then your other thought is, well, if we lose all these pistols, I try and have to save this again, and they're definitely going to hunt me down then. So all the timing for NQZ, this isn't feeling good at all.
Did they break the vent as well? Like, that flank is not covered at all. The window boost, anything con. Snow's going to fall back and have a look, but NQZ still leans B. There's these Deagles holding as well. Cut noise from VP. Nothing spotted on his jump spot. That's audible to paiN and Flit. Flit, paiN, Flammus. Call that a flitteration. Nice hit. NQZ connects. The AWP 1. Flip falls back into the first, but Davideus again with impact. A double on the Deeg. Electronic down to Snow on the recovered AWP, and they've done it with just a saved AWP. A couple of pistol upgrades, Chad. You said the runway was there for VP to tie this game up, and instead, the void grows.
These are the rounds where you'd be hoping that VP are able to close it down. They win the pistol, they lose the force. They force them down to just 1 saved AWP, and they drop the ball there as well. So the polish for VP not showing at this moment, but a lovely shot from Davideus, a good little double on the Deeg, and the AWP scavenged from NQZ's body. Snow will make good on that with a double of his own.
That doesn't look good for VP. That's not a good look.
No, but you think about it. If they'd won the second, okay, then it had to be the full eco for paiN. So we're talking a 3-0 start. They're only up to 3 now.
Yeah.
Okay, now we go further down the track. Okay, they're able to break them. They've got them right where they want them, and then they lose to a round like that.
Yeah, already. And Davideus is not stopping for anyone. This is a full gun round, and again, he's put his name in the feed to start. Really looking comfortable already in that paiN jersey. Pressure onto Snow on this A site. Spots them out. Trapped. Molly will force a fight. Hang on. NQZ overlooked on Sandwich. Good for 1. Solid start. Flit and Icy are in trouble. Flit's position now noted. biguzera spots him out. Snow still active on ramp, so no assistance coming anytime soon from Icy's thrown out util as well, so they know where both of them are, or were. Past tense courtesy of biguzera.
Oh, and that financial conversation goes back the other way. 2,400 loss bonus going into the next for Virtus.pro. And Icy with 50 seconds left on the clock to save, and the map seems awfully small. biguzera making sure he can't retreat. Head over towards B apps. That means he has to be boxed over towards T-Spawn, A-Ramp, or Palace, and that's where he resides. So time will tick down. Still, we have just hit over the midway mark of this first half of play. We've got 1 kill for paiN. Struggling to get the engine going. Flammus has had some good impactful moments. But again, it's more about the team element, not the individuals. When VP had them in breakpoint positions, not being able to convert on those is what's been hurting them. I see.
Okay.
Our position is noted. So 3, 2, 1, and then round end time is an extra 5 seconds. He will be able to retain this. No loss bonus for him, and his teammates on the high end are looking at 2,700. That's Flit. So they already took a timeout earlier, VP. That was after a round win. I wonder if they want to take one this time to discuss what they can do. But dry out cat, Davideus swings and takes 2. Man. What are you meant to do about that?
Shoot him first.
Yeah. That's the solution. Yeah. Fortunately, VP didn't have the answer in that round of play.
I mean, when you are swinging dry as well, there's so many things you're concerned about.
It's good confidence, though, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
nice to see that from the paiN boys.
Fair play. Now you want confidence. How's this one from biguzera? He's using their top mid smoke against them and peeking around it. That's so sly, so cheeky. And it should bear fruit in the sense that he can already say it's pretty quiet mid. Nothing's crossed by mid box.
The orb's coming through underpass. This is curious.
Oh, that's a shame for Davideus. An opportunity goes awry.
They just have to wait this out. They might be able to re-aggress through this. So as soon as the incendiary starts to fade, can pedal on through.
And QZ can join him as well with a swing if he feels so inclined. They're coming his way, though. It's starting to investigate. Oh, timing is everything here. Oh, he second guesses himself. An informed and astute decision, because from above, from the top rope, biguzera removes the main threat. All falls into Flamus' hands. Top mid neutralized. One spotted and two clean. Okay, Davideus, mop and bucket. 7 on the CT side already. Look, this is a perfect start for paiN Gaming's Katowice campaign. And for paiN, they have become somewhat of a mainstay. You know, we're expecting to see them in the top 16 of these kind of events.
Yeah, and I think there's a good reason for it, right? It's the type of Counter-Strike that they played. It had a really nice team element to it. Then you're getting to see some of these names flourish. biguzera being the main one because he's the in-game leader, but Snow coming onto the scene within recent times as well. Katowice had a crazy Deagle round not that long ago as well, so they always have their moments, but this time not dry. Davideus from the top row once more, electronic in the dirt, and we are brawling.
Davideus, I want to know what he had for breakfast. What a fantastic start he is having. What we need is an impact player tally. That's what we need, because he's had it probably 6 of the 10 rounds we've played so far. Another opening. Okay, still 4 on 4. Let's put our VP hats on. We are in the VP shoes right now. We need this one. 7-5 workable. Absolute recovered half, considering the way Chad has already highlighted some of the transgressions of their earlier campaign here.
Well, it's just a quick reroute, so they're not going to try and play out the round through middle and feel out for more space. They are just regrouping for what looks to be an A finish. So a smoke, a couple of mollies, some flashes, and a HE. 2 through Palace, 2 through A ramp, but the defenses are bolstered. Davideus over towards balcony, Katowice in the sight, and they might just walk out dry.
Could be working. Could have worked if Davideus wasn't on one today. Great from Katowice. The 2-out ramp gets shut down, and Snow puts the cherry on top. 8 already.
paiN are a step ahead right there. I think for VP, I just highlighted what util they had. They had none. So the assumption is, all right, guys, they're going to try and reinvestigate middle most likely. We had that brawl. Maybe they're hanging around. They're waiting for a timing with a piece of util. Sorry, Snow, I don't want to talk over you, mate. You've got a lot of important things to say.
I mean, if I'm VP, after dying to him short for a dry swing, I'm throwing util and flashes, and he's already hit the strafe and hits the first headshot. Really strong start. Snow handles business as well. It was the Katowice double that really sealed the deal there.
1 round of the half. This is a great half for paiN, and I think that might be understating things.
When in doubt, execute it out, Chad. Oldie but a goldie. Snow could be overlooked here. Flamus drops into the site. Snow hiding out on the ladder in the smoke, and Nade actually finishes off the job in combination with his leader. First blood drawn. VP need to claw one back. Fame has a go, unable to convert a single bullet of the Galil. There's Flit, there's Icy doing some work. Snow still on the high ground. Good work from Electronic, drops into the site. It all falls to Electronic's Mag 10. Can he turn around in time? 1 bullet would do it. Glock works out for Electronic, and Flamus likes the way that one feels, the way that one tastes. It's only 4 to work with for VP. Second half of play, first map, first day, IEM Katowice. Katowice, every year it is that Counter-Strike celebration to start us off. And we got two big names, paiN and VP, clashing horns as we get a little taste of what these teams' form looks like to start off the year. paiN in full control of that one. VP felt like some shortcomings, some missed opportunities. They boast 4 rounds as we swap sides. Swap into that CT side. I got Chatty B with me, and we've got a double molly, double smoke T-pistol.
I was a B execute from Virtus.pro on their T-pistol. This one could be a bit more smoke and mirrors, but getting up towards the balcony position, Flamus could be the overlooked element as Electronic planning to bait. So on the jiggle, hopefully going to draw the eyes, but it's 2 through underpass, 2 top mid, and just Katowice as the late piece. Flit, highlighted by Rushley 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on an aggressive gambit. And with this setup, it's curious for VP. They've given up the A site, but they've created 180 degrees worth of angles that paiN might have to clear if they decide to finish there. Top connector smoke lobbed out.
Ooh,
okay, it's going to be the down of the up-down. They're trying to get window control. So window and jungle is all theirs, and now they B-split.
This molly is perfectly designed to spread onto Flammers. Force them back. NQZ down. Good find to start us off. Icy draws first blood in the pistol, starting off strong. Davideus and biguzera problematic. They get him and get away. That's the bomb just dipping out of the sight. This is a nice call. Flit's going to have a lot of work to do here. He's hearing this. Bomb can be planted uncontested. Flit's going to wait for his teammates. Is he? No, tell a lie. He's not covered. His back is exposed. biguzera, ooh, takes heavy damage. Davideus down. A quick adjustment from Flit. Now he dips back. They got a man advantage and they can make it hurt.
Katowice clutch at range from Cat.
No way. No way for Katowice to do this one. It is planted for him, but 1 versus 3 with a Glock. Oh, crouch, headshot not found. Flit will finish it. That's the most impact we've seen out of Flit. That was some nice shooting.
And that's both pistols for Virtus.pro. So now it's going to be about the second round conversion. paiN with the bomb going down, more than likely to see the force come through. And Davideus, just to reflect, having a great game. 17 kills for him so far, and quite literally 8 apiece for everybody else on paiN. So let's see what their force bite looks like. And we also need to take a look what the CT setup for Virtus.pro will be with the new roster. This is the first time they are playing Mirage.
So what's the role clash coming into their CT side?
Flamus and Flit, both connector players.
Okay.
Actually, it's not going to be the force from paiN. So keeping a conservative approach, they will be buying AKs into the next. So they've just got pistol upgrades looking for some damage. I was speculating maybe we get Flamus getting the short position. Electronic takes B anchor, and then you can have the 2 more Aggie rifle. Well, Electronic's an aggressive rifler.
I think it's interesting that with the MP9 M4, they boost the M4.
I guess they're expecting a full B execute, right? Like a Poppy Tech 9, because that's one of the options on a force by round like this. The other is get a couple of Galils and you search, right? So you're light on YouTube, but you're looking for aim jewels.
So Electronic's main objective is not give them to them. He actually gets answers. A Deagle shoots at him. So knows as to Katowice's position. HE looks like it's good damage. Yep, lots of chunky damage. And ooh, important find there. biguzera hits the headshot onto Icy, keeps him humble. Flit looks destined for glory here. A couple more where that came from. Unarmored opponents, nice and squishy. Just need to putt this one in.
All right. 4 out of the 5 staying alive. Not too bad whatsoever. They can start really drawing this one ever closer with this rifle round conversion. Now, obviously, you told me when we were going on the tournament break that you were going to learn Portuguese. Yeah. So Alex will let you know what biguzera just called.
Yeah, obrigado. Basically, he was saying what we need to do here, guys, is we need to hit our headshots and run with that momentum.
Okay. Yeah. That's exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Great call there from biguzera.
Yeah, you know, there's depth to it.
All right, well, feigning mid-presence, Top Cat smoke, isolation utility for biguzera on the aggression. Everybody else over towards the B apps quite early. It's just Electronic towards the site right now. Rotation point of Flamus is on the way back over.
Still has a smoke to block.
Oof, nice nade. Decent damage onto Snow, just keeping him on notice. And now delayed by that util. So 20 seconds will be burnt down. biguzera top mid doesn't have anybody jousting. Nobody peeking from connector, nobody peeking from window just yet. You can see the positioning of Icy and Flit with the X-ray. Play more reactive to a mid-crawl. And again, this boost. So it will be Electronic this time in the site. Flamus to take first contact. And in combination, Davideus and biguzera with mid-control utility, connector and window now obscured as the crawl up cat into what will likely be a B split. They're sensing it. Flit's even cheating over.
That's nice from Flit. He's kind of ahead of the play here. biguzera does investigate towards ladder. The short players are ready. Blocked on apps though. Snow relays that information. It buys time for VP to dig into their setup. biguzera into window. Flit responsible for this. He's got Fame's attention as well. Yeah, nice, good find, good angle as well from Flit. biguzera was not going to pre-aim that headshot, but Flamus lets it go. That's a chance, but overlooked on the box. That's a clean one back. That's why you boost him up. The MP9, only the one. Got a 3v3 with that bomb, still needs to be planted. 12 seconds, high pressure, not for Davideus. What? 2 through the smoke, finally goes down, but surely the heavy lifting's done. Can Fame come up clutch? 1 versus 3. The first found comfortably. But he's still got to get past NQC, and now just NQC! It's Fame! Fantastic! An important clutch keeps VP's win streak going, makes this just a 1-round game.
Oh, you don't love to see that if you're a paiN fan. The trade should be there.
Or if you're a Davideus fan. Man's putting in a shift right now.
Yeah, the first he must have caught the tippy top of the player trying to jump through the smoke back into window. The second he just held down the trigger. So this one here, you feel like, yeah, NQZ's shooting him first. So that's just poor aim in that scenario right there. And that's put...
I tell you now, Flamus in that VP jersey is already, the whole team has a different aura about them. Like, they were always very quiet and stoic, and it's kind of, the contrast is very jarring to me.
Well, Electronic did bring a bit of attitude when he first came, but it felt like he got neutered because they weren't getting any results, right? So there wasn't a lot to really get excited about if you're in the VP jersey. But Flamus in Gamer Legion, he's like that dog. You take him down the park, you let him off the leash, he's got all that energy, he's going to be running laps. And if he can revitalize that within the young team still, you think about Flit, you think about Fame.
For real.
They're major winners. They're, well, life. I was going to say career, but if you already got a major, I think you're doing pretty well. All right, paiN. Well, yeah, that's tough. Lost both pistols. You had to win a force fight on the second round first half. You also won a round with a saved AWP.
And you still kind of find yourself...
well, so get this right. So we were discussing, hopefully this execute doesn't come in. We should be able to 20 seconds. Cool. We're discussing that paiN had differences within their CT setup in the first half. So for any prep that VP did, they're not too certain, you know, exactly what the name plating looks like. But this is the first time this VP roster are playing Mirage. So if you're paiN, you don't even know what their CT side setup looks like. You can make some guesses. You know, Icy's going to be the AWPer. You know, Fame's probably going to anchor A. Everything else was probably up for debate. But
this dog analogy, you know, Flamus running around the park with all his energy, we've put him on B. You know, so it's going to be interesting to see how he handles the kennel. Electronic, he's surely a dead man. Lovely little jump, pulls the crosshair away, and it's a nice opening. Katowice brings down the first element, forces the rotation, Flit acknowledges the gap. I
like the reset, right? They didn't have to commit in that situation. So given the chance of that kill, now the number advantage, the biggest issue is the lack of utility to work with. So paiN are going to have to take space as a pack and trade efficiently.
They're re-aggressing short. This could be well-timed for that con aggress. If they jump up bench, it's a rifle peeking into them. The boosted player's back is turned. Great fire from Flit. Good understanding as to the rotation. Pulled us back to an even keel. Made it even better now. Tech9's getting pulled apart piece by piece here. One after another, they fall. Consolation frag for Snow. Wow, gets another one.
You could plan on B, just gonna get through this.
There, Icy. Needed to hit that. I mean, it's a different round if he doesn't. So 8-8, all nice and neat. VP coming in looking determined after that 8-4 half.
Yeah, look, you get the opening kill, you have the number advantage, then you lose a couple of kills, then Snow makes it a little bit interesting, at least financially damaging towards the end there. So good timing from Flit. But something that's quite key from Virtus.pro within the early stages of this first half is the preparation and prepared nature. I think they're the same thing, for B executes.
Yes.
Right, they haven't been leering out Cat too much, right? I know you're saying, look, Flamus over towards B, but it's because they're ready for B executes. He's likely going to be more aggressive over towards Cat. But every time, it must be in the prep. Good flash.
Ooh, NQZ blinded off. Pulls the trigger regardless. Wasn't too far away from fame on the swing.
What an interesting approach from VP on the CT side. They're not fighting for mid control. They're not jumping out window. They're not, you know, dueling towards the top mid boxes. They're giving the space over to paiN,
which is something they're probably used to fighting for. It's been given. Ooh, Flip tries to play ahead of the util, or at least throw out some of his own, but biguzera will take on, seizes control. Valuable part of the map, and he's pushing. Just walks straight through. He's caught timing onto Flit. Was not expecting such a proactive push. Big opening from biguzera to try and start paiN on this T side. Can cut rotations. We'll park the bus there for now. A 2-2 division of their defense.
And there's still 2 burrowed on B. Like, there's more passive stance for VP. It does come down to a lot of the individuals hitting their shots. I see now rotating over. Will have been heard.
Wow, a break and push. Electronic can't believe his luck. That's a lovely double.
It can fall back.
That's the bomb on Davideus. He wants to punish. He wants to. No bullets for Electronic. And now perhaps Flamus goes overlooked. biguzera, you have to clear base diligently. Doesn't matter if he takes the fight first. Flamus double. What a defensive B, NQZ. Now the bomb went down. That's the only reason he has a chance in this one. But with a smoke and with an orb, it's not looking good. Tell a lie, gets it, and now swaps out to the AK. 1 versus 1 up against Flamus. Already a double kill from Flamus. Can he close as well? HG. Oof. Save from the wall. Flamus holding this. Perfect crosshair on the head in the smoke. Okay, paiN are on the board on this second half.
A bit of redemption there for NQZ, who's had some worrying moments. He didn't find that trade over towards the B site earlier on this half. In the first half of play, the AWP not hitting as sharp as it should. So a nice little clutch from the AWPer. And an important one indeed. So started with biguzera being very brazen, pushing through that con smoke, finding Flick, catching him off guard, exploiting that passive nature. And that is going to be another tactical timeout used. This time, the first from paiN.
I like the, like as you said, like the logical, the safe decision there is, you know, you don't have to commit, especially with the smoke down and Electronic already fragging. But I kind of feel like it's a good sign that there's confidence there. When they see him throw that HE, they know there's that window where he cannot draw his gun. He's still drawing it out, and they swing for the punish. They swing for the fight. Some conviction behind them, their play there for paiN, and it results in their first, albeit off the back of an NQZ clutch. So good, yeah. Impact round from him, bit of redemption.
But think about the first half. There was 3 out of the first 5 rounds of play that were 1v1s going in favor of paiN, right? Yeah. So clutches has been quite a factor for paiN. Win this one, you can quickly get yourself up to 11. The finances will not be there for Virtus.pro. This is a very important round for them. There's some mid-aggression.
I like it. Flamus is going to go walking. The first time we've seen this kind of flavor to the VP defense. biguzera seems alert to the possibility. Flamus not looking nice, clean first find.
Yeah, I guess not expecting him to cross back after the top mid-box molly, so that's one of the M4s now completely removed from play because of how aggressive it was. VP can't get that back.
That might curtail further Flamus pushes if that's the first time you've kind of got let off the leash and you're immediately neutered.
Best of luck to fame here, I'd say.
Yeah, not the best weapon for the job. A P250. Just given the scraps of the buy, Icy takes a heavy lick as well, down to 16. Snow is going to overlook the Snow. He's not. Great flight path from Snow. Went as wide as he could before acknowledging that sandwich angle, just as he exposes himself to it. So that was one of the main threats removed. fame gets nothing done. And that bomb's going down thanks to Katowice. So just going to try and retain what they can. It's going to be 2 M4s saved. Can Icy get his hands on anything better? We'll see.
I think something will have to come his way, right? Because that's the scavenged M4 from Flamus's body now that Electronic's working with.
I guess he's just happy with the curve. It's better than nothing.
Yeah, because next round they were looking at an eco. So having these rifles to work with is... Oh.
He doesn't want to really take the fight. Oh, that... Yeah.
That's a shame.
That's a tough one. Like,
yeah,
you don't
have
play
to
for the discipline,
fight,
do you?
Right. It's like, yeah, at any point they could clear you anyway. It's a guaranteed kill. Yeah, that's a tough situation for Electronic, but that's 10 for paiN. And reflecting, the key match for paiN throughout their bounty run, now they did beat FaZe. That's a good victory. They beat Game Legion as well.
That was the key.
They're online, and if anybody knows how I feel about online Counter-Strike, just...
No.
We don't need to talk about it.
Yeah.
But when they played Na'Vi, that series went all 3 maps, and there was 2 barn burners in there. One was Dust2, one was Mirage. Those are the first 2 maps of this series. And you reflect on that across the 3 maps of play. Clutches were a key factor for paiN, 8-3 at Na'Vis.
Damn.
So it's definitely been a factor within this map as well. So having their players being able to convert the rounds at the very tail end, important stuff to give them what now is a 2-round lead, likely the 3rd.
Yeah, well, I mean, just reflecting on that last round, I think that the Flammer's death is going to be, haunting them a little bit. I mean, that's the right call. And what was the read of the situation that you didn't think after the modded top box? You just have, I mean, you have to in Counter-Strike presume some things are clear.
Always
you have to.
Has to be an assumption here, there, or everywhere. But yeah, not ready for the cross back towards the top mid box. biguzera getting essentially a free kill. Flammer's looking the complete wrong way.
His crosshair's like vaguely ready for short, and Flammer's head just happens to be in it. So what do you do with this one, VP? I mean, how do you get anything out of this round? You've got 1 M4.
Well, the thing is, that was paiN's timeout, so it did allow time for VP to discuss what to do with the M4 and the 5-7 that saved. But really for paiN, it's about, hey, this is the X2 we want. This is how we want it to be drilled. The, Rifle's in the perfect spot for this. Flash at the ready. Here they come.
Yeah, there's legs to this. Timing everything. Oh, they're already out.
Team
Flash. Team Flash, Icy Blind. Oh, it's gone wrong. Oh, it had legs.
It's the timing on that.
It's just timing.
It happened so much quicker than what Icy was ready for. He starts hearing the steps. He calls to the flash. fame does as he's told. Icy has to swing because he's already taken the first fight. Completely blind by his teammate. Dead.
And they're already out window. Like, they must have perfectly managed their sound cues. No time to react. No time to get that flash out. And no time to do anything more than die. That's a verbose James Bond episode right there. Okay, you get your rifles out. After what was a lovely sequence to start.
Here it comes. There's the flash.
And, oh, they're out window, peek, back.
Hello. That's fantastic from our replay team right there, highlighting exactly what we just discussed.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a pretty tough rifle round for VP. Definitely lacking key pieces of util for the defense. paiN are looking to punish that, going straight into an A execute. biguzera feigning mid presence.
Oh, what a perfect call for this. There's no one home.
Oh, fame's just rotated away.
Yep. It's wide open.
Hello, fame.
He gets his knife out. So the guys, A. A is a letter. It's important. And the bomb side's lost. Great opening again. Davideus continues. He's up to 21 frags. Great impact to start off his Katowice. fame blinded off. They've got so many more nades where that came from as well. You can see there's still a full belt on Snow. Katowice, good first, unable to string together the second. Electronic trades out. Smoke on the bomb, that can cause chaos. I'm looking for a kit, don't see it. Heavy advantage for paiN as they do tickle the bomb. Panic sets in, frags come through, paiN makes it 12. Everyone hits their shots.
And that really should be the map. Now, coming into this, paiN were the favorite, at least by my books. I think what I saw for them against Na'Vi was really, really positive signs, as well as the online matches. VP, this is a more drastic change. Electronic being the in-game leader, probably doing a bit of that when Jane was on the roster too, but the addition of Flammus as well as Icy, so they've had quite a fundamental change, whereas for paiN, they brought in Davideus, who brings experience and a punch. Even though they've been changing things themselves, it's more standard of the team. Here's a mid-fight. Good night, says biguzera with the double.
Lovely, lovely. This one done. Trying to stick a fork in it. Flit does want to fight back, and oh, he's actually got a lovely little opportunity. Davideus doesn't think so. Comes in through the underpass and leaves it all onto Icy. VP's highest rated player, walking around with the Flammus. He's just getting the reps in before it gets cheaper and less spready.
This will be the greatest 1v5 of all time.
Yep, or not, as Davideus closes it down. 13-8 map, one of the series. paiN looking in full control as they take the first. Looking forward to Dust2. Think that could be an interesting clash. We get to see, of course, how Flammus integrates into that Dust2, and more of that after the break.
FaZe.
FaZe,
Long
which,
goals.
well, paiN have
Vitality.
played and beaten.
Yes.
And
Online.
Online.
I have to,
necessary,
because modern day Counter-Strike people have forgotten. We got to make sure. Online.
It was online, but
online.
it was against Na'Vi on LAN.
True, and that was a really good series.
Yeah, and it was close.
And Dust2 was one of the maps they lost. However, VP played Complexity on this map and only just won.
Ooh.
In that case, I'm feeling this could be a 2-0 for paiN.
Got that energy about it. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Flammus bleeding. 16 points of health. They're advancing. fame, yeah, hard to track. Glocks favored in that kind of environment. Up close and personal. They're bleeding out on the site. A single bullet can finish off Electronic, but he still kicks up a fuss. Still finds another headshot. And puts it all onto Flip. Position now noted. Spamming away from CT. Bomb goes down. Snow gets it in. Even has a smoke to re-smoke on ramp. Like, this is going to limit his options. Has to approach from short and does.
Oh, well, the idea was there.
Yeah. Flip doesn't know that the smoke hasn't landed.
No, and he is giving this one a fair shake of the sauce bottle.
Yeah, right, okay.
Because you know that with a glass sauce bottle,
Yeah.
and if it's not full,
But
you got to give it a fair shake.
And Chad, I'm not trying to call you out or anything, but like glass bottles, glass sauce bottles, that was like kind of like a 90s.
Well, you don't have glass sauce bottles.
Do you?
Yeah.
Still? It
Yeah.
was?
Well, you can get both. You can get the squeezy bottle.
I haven't seen a glass sauce bottle since, you know, I don't know, 10 years? 10 years? It's all been
Really?
plastic. Yeah, man, I'm all about those microplastics.
Yeah, well,
Adds flavour.
You know where they're living.
Yeah.
Force Bite for VP. That's the first pistol for paiN.
It is. Good catch. And this could be VP winning the second round force. You haven't had a chance to try.
It could be.
Could be.
We know their CT setup. It's going to be faiN B anchor, Flit as the mid B player, Icy's the AWP, he can be here, there, and everywhere. Electronic to anchor long, and Flammus, he actually gets a position that'll be great for an aggressive rifler. He gets to be the A rotator. It's biguzera and Snow through the default, through the lower tunnels. As there's an opener. Ripping off ahead, biguzera takes down the aforementioned Flammus.
That's going to lead Electronic and Flip back into a more passive setup. biguzera lines up his mid-take util. Molly for close doors. That will force fame away. And QZ's actually found fame on the retreat, so that's lovely team play. A scout wallbang headshot off of the forced action on fame.
They love the crisscross smokes to paiN.
Does Davideus get caught off? Oh, does clear it, but Electronic wins the duel. Unable to scavenge, and a little bit of a test here on Icy. Snow, ooh, versus a scout. He fancies his chances. He backs himself into a corner. Icy gets a multitude of opportunities. Unable to do anything with it.
Now, as you can see him. Oh, no, you can't. You were looking at your radar. Don't worry. Daddy biguzera is here to mop up the mess. Electronic is likely going to get this AK-47 that Davideus dropped and try and hold on to this. So 2-0 start with a saved AK-47 unless the hunt comes in the next 35 seconds of play. We'll keep posted.
I want to see that NQZ scout shot. Like, it was a wall bang, but I don't know if did he catch him? Was it just audible? Was it just a wall bang blind? Like,
looks like if that's the corpse, is that the corpse there, or did biguzera catch the rotation?
Oh,
either
yeah,
way.
it could be.
So, you know what's nice? We don't have to look at biguzera's bad model.
Oh yeah. What has that been changed as well?
I guess.
Or he's changed his view model.
No, I don't think he would have changed it. I think we're just using a standardized one.
Oh my god! I didn't realize we could do that.
That's so much nicer. When we
nice.
watch IEM play and we watch biguzera play, we don't have to watch them playing Battlefield 1942 or something.
Yeah, BattleBit remastered.
Here it is. Oh, he caught him.
Yeah, okay. Spotted his booty cheeks.
Bye, fame.
What a shot, though.
Yeah, you're going to feel quite hard done by about that one.
I was around the corner.
Electronic with a saved AK-47 needs to be the impact player. There you go. That's what you were asking for before in the break, Alex. There you can see who picked what, and it's the full orange map pool.
Everything you need.
We should call this one the Donald Trump.
I can't help but kind of echo your sentiment that we're not going to be seeing that third. I think Anubis will keep that one.
I know it was political, but give me more there.
So, okay.
Thank you.
That's Santa Claus energy to that one, actually. Snow versus Electronic. Who you got? Electronic. Good work. When you got that hero rifle, you're not giving up that duel. You'll take that opportunity.
Ooh, hot toes.
Yeah, and now fame, actually. Oh, bad. biguzera down 2. He does do some damage to Electronic, and the A site is being questioned by NQZ.
Yikes.
That's an important kill. That's a lot of important kills. Icy still brings down NQZ, though. A is covered by a USP.
Okay, the whole time the bomb was outside B, Davideus has been able to get that. The rotation away from the B site, Electronic and faiN have both left with rifles. Pressure on Icy because they know Cows is out long, but Davideus doesn't want to make a move on his own. So Round hits a bit of a stalemate.
Yeah, this is a weird one now. No Kev. faiN's AK, they're still the healthiest member, and they are re-clearing B. Electronic will just tuck in bricks on that low HP. faiN going to be more flexible towards this middle potential. Davideus and Katowice looking to meet up Cat. It's going to be about the timing of faiN and his checks here. And when they give it up, when they start to make that sound, there's a smoke and a flash for Davideus to set them up. But they're just running into Icy here. Oh, he's dead. Oh, he's in so much trouble. They're closing the gap. Unable to find it. Needed the headshot there. faiN and Electronic, do you want to give this a go?
You're going to buy next round anyway. I think you should give it a look.
Just feels so stacked against you with the low HP on Electronic. No Kevlar on faiN. You have to pull the trigger first here and be precise about it.
Katowice, this is crazy.
It's working. It's working wonderfully. Commits to the spray. That's ambitious. And now Davideus. Had to hit that. Had to hit that. Could have been a very uncomfortable first round for VP in the paiN lens.
What was that, a 3v5 that they had to scavenge back?
Messy, 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 messy.
And again, Davideus.
Why is he called David? Can I just, I mean, like, the elephant in the room, man.
Isn't it David?
But who's David? Like,
oh, on the scoreboard?
It's all these. It's all over. He's just David now. Do you think he's rebranded and no one told us?
I'll call him Big Dave.
Yo, Big D. Big old D. Okay, that's a start. That's exactly what the VP doctor ordered. He travels with them.
Definitely stalled out for now. A fake smoke behind David.
I love these kind of plays. Just the deception, the manipulation of the opinion. You see Electronic, he's like, okay, they could be ahead of it. He's acknowledging the potential, despite that smoke being heard. A second layering here. And now Davideus has his hands full. faiN spotted out. Missed.
What?
Hey, how's he done that? How's he gotten two there? An accidental wall bang headshot has opened up the B site. Pressure now onto Electronic, has to pivot into the site, and it's Snow that converts. That's got to be the round. I don't know how he's done it. An accidental double.
Happy accident.
Happy accident. From Big D.
Yeah. Oops.
Yo, that's crazy. Okay. So if you combine that with the faiN scout wallbang headshot, you're already feeling a bit shortchanged if you're VP.
This is wild. So check this out again. So he's aiming at the player coming through doors, but Flit was transitioning from site to get closer tunnels or to help them with the mid to B crawl. Gets caught by a stray bullet. And then the B bomb site, all the pressure on Electronic, that rotating piece. Yeah, that one right there, you just have to chalk it up and be, that's unfortunate.
That's rough.
Okay, well, you'll be real happy with this start, paiN. 4-0, 2 saved guns, lost bonus in play. There can be another rifle round behind this. Icy and Flammers both able to set their teammates up with M4s. Flit or Electronic could buy one of their own, but yeah, that's quite naughty work there from the newest edition.
They've got to get on the board soon here, VP.
Okay, so faiN being the B anchor, he's just been opting in with the MP9, right? So instead of getting a drop, that's going to go to the players who are rotating more with the rifles. That's going to be Flit and, well, Electronic should be the long anchor.
They're fighting long. We get our first long brawl. It looks good for the CTs. Never mind.
Oh, blind?
biguzera had full vision there. Removes Electronic. It boils down nicely. Flammers, however, keeps us level. Gets away with it.
What?
His teammate Icy tries to poke his nose in to inquire. Oh, he had an idea. It was a good idea.
They're getting
Snow's
more.
just pushing through smokes. Hitting headshots and another one to finish. Destructive play.
There's a lot more tenacity in this version of paiN's Dust2 than the one that they played against Na'Vi. The one that they played against Na'Vi, it was a lot just more defaulting through lower tunnels, getting the mid-door smoke in from suicide, making sure they're mulling towards short to push them back. And what happened within that game was Na'Vi were just blocking them deep short with smokes a lot of the time. And right now, they've had a lot more flary maneuvers. biguzera in a previous round getting caught running straight down mid, but Davideus pulled them out with a miracle double. Yeah. Now they've gone with long using their spawn, so more aggression.
More long. Straight out. Respecting the util. Flamus and Icy just concede. Okay, that's a lot of early map control.
Yeah, right now you would likely want to bring NQZ back over, get him into pit. So right now, biguzera and NQZ are still hanging around in Suicide looking for a rotation. Yeah. I think so.
Wow, okay, that's a very...
Might catch Flit.
Ooh, they had a chance. The patience almost rewarded, but a missed shot. Now re-smoke on doors. Smoke's Suicide, so worried about that mid-push. Flit and Icy threatening to do so. Molly will force Icy back or forward, makes the more conservative of the choices. Missed smoke, or maybe that's just one piece of the two.
I think that's missed.
Flamus, this is an interesting angle for an MP9 to try and operate in. Lots of bodies, overwhelming. Katowice does well to find one. Stabilizes, Flit trades. Snow consistently in the feed, another one for him. Moves Flamus as well, so Flit aggression's huge. How is he still alive? Unable to punish. NQZ trying to hit that drive by the Molly should do it. You're a dead man. Smoke actually does provide enough cover. Tech9 to track. Good awareness of his options. Icy on a flank. NQZ is holding it for now, but as he turns away to throw that smoke, will he stick around? Will he feel useless just holding this angle? It looks like he is going to stay active, so timing available here for Icy. Real opportunity.
Bombs in the smoke as well.
Oh, mamma mia.
Time's the problem. 20 seconds. Got to get the bomb plant and find the final player. He can't win this. He can't win this.
It does feel unwinnable with 12 seconds left. There's Electronic on the side. Crouching. Needed an instant headshot. Even then, you're tight on time. Icy's got your return. Okay, VP, they're on the board.
Icy gets himself a free AWP for his troubles there as well. So around with just MP9s, where paiN had full long control early, if they'd just grouped up and done it as a unit, you feel that round should have been theirs. So this is a bit of a slip up, and that's more of what happened. Yeah, okay. So he was boosted the whole time as he transitions away. Counter-Strike timing it. Cruel, cruel mistress. And then, yeah, the clock against biguzera in the 1v2, but still plenty of money for the buy.
HE to guys the cross.
And now they've just gone back to a bit more of the standard approach here. Cow is out long, however. He's playing ahead of this. Splash is good and found by Flamus.
Well, that's a cool little move. Love that.
Oh, maybe they've changed the positioning of Flamus and Electronic as well. Maybe now Flamus has to anchor long. So
and long.
It's just the early stages of the season, right? Teams just working through different positions. Also could be a spawn-based thing. That's something else to keep in mind. But a number advantage for VP.
biguzera again out. He likes to try and catch these little like mid-adventures. He just parks the bus, gets out the doors early. His attention's drawn towards A to start. Electronic's just chilling, relaying information. I'll be hearing a lot of this. Flit has a flash. Is he going to flash for Electronic to take a swing?
It might have to.
Yeah, looks like they're going for it. biguzera anti. Okay, ooh, some information for biguzera to start making a play off of it. Flit versus biguzera, head-to-head.
Oh.
Electronic should have him. He just walks through, catches him with a nade, pulls. biguzera one. Can't tame the spray for the second, but he lives on. Now pressure's applied here from Davideus up the short side. There's an AWP ready to start to rack him up. Double molly. Icy, need to start hitting shots here. Your teammates under so much scrutiny. Good hit.
Bombs rotating back. 20 seconds. They can still go B, but they have to be quick.
Fame hearing that. Fame ahead of the play. Needs to make a move.
You got the bomb. You got to go, NQZ.
Needs to make a move. Snow's got the B bomb site. biguzera even has Fame. Oh, at least he did have an opportunity.
Seconds.
Just enough time. Just enough time to get that bomb down. Man advantage here for VP.
Nades to work with from Snow. He's got a molly.
Two here coming in through upper. And NQC nails it. That's a quick flick. Blue's Fame has the info on the second, and Flamus a similar fate. Down to the AWP. Comfortable and convincing in the end there. NQZ just wipes the sweat off his brow, gets the job done. It's a 6th for paiN Gaming.
I love the way that paiN piece some of these rounds together. They keep their options open, right? So biguzera, first of all, he has to make a crazy play along those lines, but gets a really nice timing. Able to slip through their own CT smoke, catch Electronic with a nade within his hands. That gets them the opener that causes the chaos, because now the rotation between the sites is completely isolated.
Some Counter-Strike lesson time, please.
Yeah.
When you're pushing smokes like that, I always feel like I don't know what the correct approach is. Do you walk the whole way just because you don't want to give away the sound cue? Because sometimes I'll I'll make steps as I accelerate out of the smoke, and then people will have that kind of heads up I'm coming. But walking through a smoke, sometimes I feel like they see me before I see them.
So in this scenario right here, look, it's an element of surprise, so you really don't want to give it away with a sound cue
to the wall.
Because you've heard Electronic run away, right? You know he's likely going to be in CT, but once you're applying pressure towards A, you think that he's going to be assisting his A ramp AWPer.
So you're just gambling that he's not ready.
Exactly. It's like the play that he did on Connector against Flit on Mirage. He walks through the space, he's gambling that player is tending to something else. And it worked out perfectly for him right there.
So you run the risk of looking at it if they are holding you.
Yeah, exactly. You go, oh, well, I walked through a smoke and I died. But you had a number disadvantage. You had to make a play. Then Snow stayed middle, got a rotation kill, trying to assist over towards the site. They put pressure on A, but they still were able to rotate back towards B.
No help. Okay, he has a flashbang.
That'd be a damn good one.
Flash. It's dead. Horrible. Long anchor lifestyle right there. Didn't have the support network established and loses his life empty-handed.
Well, this is the concerns, right? If you end up having a player like Flamus who loves to just go, the Energizer bunny, right? So if he gets neutered too much and doesn't get to play a lot of these positions, it can tank your confidence.
We've seen paiN take long and lose.
True, and it was to MP9s.
Let's see what they do this time. Have they learned from their mistakes? There is a reaggress up mid. You can see Electronic and Flame are taking that space back, at least lower and short under their remit.
Everybody's here for VP to defend this. Flash on the ready for Fame. Flit on the jiggle. Defensive smoke of his own. 30 seconds left. This one's going to get dicey.
This is already really uncomfortable for paiN.
Maybe biguzera plays first through Cat.
He's very far away, and those spams are starting to connect. It's actually Katowice. Katowice finds Flit's head, and now biguzera knows it's a perfect time. Perfect opportunity. Icy shot in the back. Too many bodies, too many frags. paiN Gaming have pulled it off. I felt like the double smoke, the re-smoke, the flashes available. I felt like that favored VP. Doesn't boil down that way. Not at all. They lose everything.
Yeah, this one is getting away from VP indeed. 7-1. Finances aren't there for a buy. You've got a high end of Flit. So there is possible for a couple of rifles, but it should just be a partial investment. This is Flamus. The flash is so deep, and because it goes so deep, there's more than enough time, you see it there in the replay, for the players of paiN to turn and then readjust. Right, you really want like a flash that's going to pop. That's why we talk about pop flashes, because you don't want to give players the ability to turn away.
Especially at this level. I mean, the speed by which these players, it's muscle memory. I mean, they can be at the wall and back where they were in half a second.
Now, there's a few things to talk about in that scenario, right? You need to make sure that the flash goes deep enough to get the blue bin player.
Yes, makes sense.
And it also depends on what Flamus is expecting on the other side.
Right.
So there's a few details to go into that. It's not just the flash's fault. It could also be the information or the expectation that comes into play.
I'd also highlight that if that Molotov didn't land at his feet at that exact moment, he has options. Sure. His only option there was to take the fight. If he wanted to get away from that flame.
You just have to take a look at what the ramifications of losing this opening series are. As hold up, we're going to have some action early.
Yeah, it's an AWP taking early fights. Now,
double AWP T side.
He's going to obscure him, so they take a look at the double AWP. I think Katowice operating with a secondary AWP is going to limit some of your mid-round options.
Okay, well, he doesn't want it. I guess that's the case when you are the long anchor on the T side.
It'd feel weird saying the words Katowice and AWP in the same sentence.
Yeah, look, of course. Look, at long spawn, you go for the fight.
Yeah.
It's a bit of an oldie, but a goodie.
Kind of like you.
Only getting older. All right, well, they could just waltz out Cat. They know that there is really not a huge likelihood of an AWP. And here they go, about to explode. With Big D.
How do they tend to the goose? Ooh, Davideus, lovely start. Fame gone, flip back. Trading blows. Snow. Solid find. Heavy damage inflicted to him, though. He's susceptible to flip.
A with 2 AWPs. Like,
backing into Electronic, this feels like it could go wrong. It really could go wrong. Katowice just about gets his crosshair in the right place.
Crikey.
He kind of did the double take.
Well, Fame dead, and they know that Flit's over towards A. So the likelihood there's anybody on B, still need to be diligent about this, but information for paiN to work with as they walk over the line for their 8th.
What's the logical explanation for why this Dust2 contrasts so heavily with their game against Na'Vi? Different opponent, different vibe, different approach?
I just think early they were quite aggressive, right?
Yeah.
In terms of they were taking a lot more space. There was a lot of defaulting against Na'Vi, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I think you need to make sure that you have different looks in your playbook, right? And now they can just go back into a bit more of a standard play. It's also the order of which you win rounds, right? So there's lots of things into here, but Icy having a bit of a tantrum. We've all been there. Frustration showing as they are getting owned. But also, Na'Vi are a better team than VP.
Yeah, I see what you did there. That's true.
And paiN are a better team than VP as well. So,
it's all making sense.
Isn't it just? I think biguzera wants to get over here and pick up an AK and get rid of this secondary AWP. They've just realized that AK has been scavenged, so double AWPs unfortunately retained, unless... Yeah, okay.
I got rid of it, guys.
Guys, we don't have to worry about the double AWP problem anymore.
Jumping.
He's having a laugh about that one.
Yep. Problem solved, actually. Well, VP, you're down a map.
If you lose this, you play the loser of Saw versus Gamer
That's where
Legion.
you were going. You were talking about the consequences.
So you probably play against Saw. That's fine. I think Saw are one of the weakest teams in the whole tournament.
And they're playing Gamer Legion to start.
With Rez in the roster.
Got out of NIP jail.
Somehow.
He's done it.
No, I did a podcast yesterday with Ash, coach of Gamer Legion, Saw from Heroic, and Mythod from Liquid, and talked about that pickup. Ash did good answers from all 3 of them. So if you want to go check that out, it's on the
you know what?
YouTube.
I think I will.
It's an hour and a half. You don't have to listen to all of it.
Just give me the highlights. Flamus, this time more active. He wants to take the fight earlier, but that's a flash. Perfect! No support! Flamus! Flamus!
Well there.
He's done well there. The one-man army still gets him one and done. Decent trades. Electronic brings down biguzera, but a good shot hit all the same. Oh, Electronic. Does he tuck Gandalf here? Fame's done well to spam away on Snow on the cross, so man advantage here for VP. A must-win round, and it looks good to do so. Electronic finishes off NQZ, and Davideus lives somehow on the uncrouch. Hits that first bullet. 1 versus 3 takes shape. Heads. He knows it. Did he see the other?
I think they called it. His teammates would have.
Yeah. That's two. And he's got the bomb on his back, Chad. Oh, this is ballsy. Flit, you gonna get baited in? Yes, you are! Hits it anyway! Oh, I loved it. The fakery, but you can't help but now, upon review, hindsight and everything, you could have just been planted on B.
Oh, getting tricky with it.
What?
Yeah,
I mean,
stick in the landing, the Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'd like to see it again from Flit's POV. That's really cheeky. I mean, it felt like that's one of the more distinct disadvantages in Counter-Strike is being mid-air when your opponent sees you, but he kind of managed it very well. Didn't overcommit. Wow, that looks good.
Yeah, the way he dropped, you know, it wasn't just like, oh, I'm dropping straight into spawn.
Like with intent.
Yeah. biguzera only has a Glock right now? I think he's realized it. No harm, no foul. Flamus, hero for me in the previous. The fact he gets a kill after being under so much pressure.
Dude,
great stuff for him.
With that flashbang and 3 players just about to swing him, he's done incredibly well. With a white screen, navigating away from the fight, still getting himself a contribution. Definitely gets a pat on the back for that.
This half can still get worse for VP, though. They need to convert this, and then there'll be no money for the final round of the half for paiN. So 8-4 on the table once more. But all you can do is win, 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 no matter what.
Yeah. And for Flamus with an MP9, there's money on the mind.
55 seconds has gone past, and NQZ's still in suicide.
He likes it. He likes to hang out there.
Crisscross.
Applesauce. Here's the reaction. We've seen this before. Flick goes ahead of the play. That's interesting. It's worked out for him as well.
Oh.
Yeah, but biguzera's completely overlooked. Oh, biguzera, you demon! Slips in the backlines. A jump scare for Flit.
Between him and Davideus, the type of plays that they're able to make and their manufacture, these two are the impact players to open up these rounds. Huge from biguzera there to catch the timing, and well, over towards T-Spawn is Flamus, stuck towards long as Electronic and Icy, and because Flamus has gotten past, I don't think Electronic will be ready for this. He'll be like nades in hand talking about the next round. Well, now he's got a little bit of notice.
But yeah, I mean, what I find so interesting is that it's a tendency that's very known that, oh, biguzera likes to try and make a play out mid, likes to search mid. But it doesn't matter
if he keeps getting away with it.
He keeps getting away with it. Everyone knows, okay, be careful. Like, someone's at some point going to say, hey, come into Dust2, just be aware. They like to try and do stuff out mid, keep your eye on biguzera. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You're throwing flashes, you're swinging him, he still finds gaps. At a high level to start off Katowice, Flamus actually does catch one on the way out the door, but Electronic loses out. They retain a double AWP.
Yeah.
That could be good for a third.
I suppose it'd be something different that paiN Gaming have to work with here. So, will NQZ be able to get an AWP drop back? Yes, he will. So you're like, oh, Flit's done well. Never mind.
Oh, he just hears that reload and that jump, and he knows exactly what's cooking.
Oh, slippery fish.
And that, well, you know, I've always... It's a bit of a secret, but I'm just going to wrap myself out. I kind of never really understood what crisscross do. I've asked you and you've explained it like 4 times. But that was a nice demonstration.
It's really nice to use when you have like a Tech 9 round as well, because you can pop through that smoke and scour towards the B guys.
You could see the options for the CT were really nasty.
And they were already cheating forward towards A, because Flit was playing CT spawn as opposed to the B side. So, yeah, this is... not going to plan for VP, I think, would be a fair statement.
When Flamus is in a position like this, is the intent like eventually catching a timing and pushing? Yeah. Fame's actually taking biguzera. Davideus down, shaping up nicely for round 3 for VP, just to end this half with a little taste of victory, but it's actually NQZ searching mid this time. Icy was holding it. Oh, that's unfortunate. Electronic just jumps to his demise. Flit unable to provide support, but the flash and swing coming in. Oh, a 5v3.
Here comes that long push, though.
5v3 is now dead even. There's that long push we were discussing. Snow could get caught, but Fame set for success. A powerful angle on the AWP, but then QZ quick to trade with one of his own. Icy and Flamus to retake.
Soon you boys.
Off you go. I think he's got a bullet between the eyes from Snow here. Yeah, not ready for that forward positioning, because why would he be there? Why would he be there? It's 10-2. paiN absolutely outclassing, outgunning, outcalling Virtus.pro, just 2 to work with.
Se liga, eu acho que vai ser pistol forte.
Quite the opposite of paiN. For paiN, it's actually going swimmingly. Map 2, already Mirage in the bag, and Dust2, they're just 3 rounds away from making this a quick 2-0. VP has to turn it around right here and now. I feel like this pistol really holds a lot of weight if VP want to have a conversation about Dust2 and whether we even need Anubis.
This one's Jova,
Chad's already called it.
Yeah, throw in the towel.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remain hopeful. I like Flamus. And David, I knew I'd do it.
He's going to verse Goliath.
Yep. Takes him down with a stone between the eyes.
So biguzera, he buys these flashes on the pistol. He can use those dynamically. Right, he's able to set his teammates up all across the map depending on how VP open. And they've opened towards long, so these can be used as they cross.
I like the setup. Feels very potent. Feels like the P250 would have to hit some good headies if they want to break through. Here they come. NQZ. Oh, NQZ's got a lot to do now. I thought Davideus was trying to play for distraction, but overlooked. Okay, good restraint. No one's looking. The silencer pays dividends. Lovely double. NQZ gets away with that one. Yeah, you can see he's holding his chest. That was nerve-wracking. Yeah, and I'll tell you what. Extra points for not spamming his USP while blind. He actually cooled his jets a bit.
Look, we were watching. Fortunately for him, he course corrected.
Yeah,
this is the course correction. Perfect. The fact you get 2 after almost making a complete meal of it, good stuff, NQZ. I think we could be a bit more critical.
But can we all agree that there's nothing quite as anxiety-inducing in Counter-Strike than backs turned with a USP?
Yeah, definitely so.
Terrifying.
Okay, well, yeah, what you said, this is quite the opposite of paiN. So would that be pleasure?
Yes.
This has been a pleasurable experience if you're a Brazilian fan.
I'd say so.
And everybody feels like they're a paiN fan. I think we like to see new names who work hard and play good Counter-Strike thrust themselves onto the screens in such a, well, solid fashion.
Absolutely. Especially considering, you know, when you look at this roster, if you were like a CS fan 5-10 years ago and you tuned in, you don't recognize paiN Gaming.
Well, if you were a CS fan 5-10 years ago, Snow was 7.
Bloody hell. I just love it, man. The new generation coming in and, you know, a game that the ceiling is always rising. It continues to rise.
Refining the details. But then at the end of the day, the same things that existed back when, you know, me, Yanko, Moses, Steel were playing, still all exist, relevant, right? It's like the social game, the dynamic you have with your teammates, right? So, look, communication has definitely gone up levels, but it's still the same details.
It's like yesterday, you called a pistol, Steel was like, oh, I remember that one from fucking 1993.
Yeah, look, I did say I'm going to call a boomer round, and Josh was sitting in TeamSpeak, and yeah, it's something. 2008, I think we were running that round.
Oh, damn! I love it. Still works today, and it's cyclical as well. There's multiple things that come back into fashion, and oh, that's a horrible death.
Just like loose-legged jeans.
Yep. And skinny jeans. Watch this. Watch skinny jeans become cool again in the next 5 years.
I reckon Icy will be wearing them. Okay, force buy, done. And let's do it again, shall we?
How many scouts? If you were VP right now, it's at least 2. 1, 0.
Harash, davai.
Okay, it's Galils and Tech9. Fine, fine. You don't want to buy a scout, it's your choice. Jane would have bought a scout.
James now having fun. He's over there with Kickit and Dust2. They remember the good old days.
Just chilling.
Thinking, God damn it, why did we get Electronic in this team? And Electronic's thinking that too.
It's not a great start, is it, to your Katowice dreams? I mean, admittedly, it's a tough opponent on the first draw, paiN Gaming, but, you know, there are bigger teams than paiN awaiting.
Oh, that's true.
And the fact they're making this look like such light work, such a pleasurable experience on Dust2, 12-2. If they can just clean this one up, you know, you finish it nice immediately. No cosmetic comeback of anything. You keep your opponent in the dirt. What's the idea? When you look at this minimap, it feels like it's a B finish with something short fakery. What have you got? Yeah, Electronic has nades. Okay, this will
probably go back to the hotel. Talk about what we could have done better.
Watch the VOD.
Maybe go outside and bitch and moan a little bit about what went wrong.
Yep. It's the plan?
Yeah, because this game's over.
Yeah, sorry, I'd forgotten it was official. Davideus down, empty-handed. Don't say that very often, but Snow makes good use of the distraction. Takes them all down. God, Snow on B. You just can't get past him. finally they put him down. But at what cost? Fame's in a lot of hot water. biguzera runs him down just to secure that 1v2. Icy, active, heading window, covered, and audible. So starts to punch in the code. Katowice will investigate, starts running him down. Very well timed by Katowice, and that's a clean sweep. 13-2. Domination from paiN Gaming. Warning signs for VP. Could be a quick trip to Katowice. You've only got a couple of days here. You're on the last leg already at the end of day one. Just the start of day one.
Yeah, tough scenes indeed, but great stuff from paiN. I think the fact that they picked this one up in such dominant form.